Okay, so just a quick question before we get this ball rolling. The audio. First of all, how well can you hear my nasally, whiny, awful voice? And is it too quiet or too loud, or is the game audio too quiet or too loud, so I can maybe possibly make some adjustments? Oh yeah, if you see the game freeze from time to time, that's because I'm streaming with OBS, and I'm running the game windowed right now at 720p, because I don't have a multi-monitor setup right now, so, I have to, like, put the game in a window so I can occasionally, like, take a look at the chat, for example, and just keep an eye on how the stream is going. So, how does everything look and sound so far is the general gist of my first question here. Oh wow, I've got 2 whole viewers so far. That's more than I was ever expecting. Okay, so I'm being told that audio is fine. Okay, cool. So like I said, streaming in 720p because this is the first time I've tried to stream in a long, long time, and the first time was a disaster because my ISP, my upstream, my upload speeds were so awful that the stream ended up being just basically a 1 frame a second slideshow, if that. So I'm kind of dipping my toe in a little bit lightly just to see how it all goes. Now that I've got a different ISP and I've done some speed tests and it looks like I'm up to snuff at this point. So a little introduction. This is called Heavy Bullets, and I'm kind of hooked on what are called like Gungeon games, which are like procedurally generated maze crawly shooters, where basically you just kind of go from randomly generated room to randomly generated room and just kill all the things. I have kind of a love-hate relationship with them because they can be fun, but they can also be frustrating because they're usually, it's procedurally generated for one thing, but even besides that, there are sometimes some RNG elements. And I don't think I've ever finished completely one that I've ever tried. Best case scenario, I might make it to the very final boss of the game, and then the final boss will just rip out my asshole and feed it to me. That happened with Ziggurat, and it's happened once with this game so far. I feel like if I keep pushing, I might actually finish this one, though. Worst case scenario, we have a situation like with, what was it called? Immortal Redneck, where I don't even think I got halfway through that one. And I would even go as far as to say that I've had the most fun with Immortal Redneck so far, just on a general gameplay level, but the RNG elements in that game really started to get on my nerves after a while, and I just couldn't after a certain point. I was done. That game got massively frustrating after a certain point, but this is Heavy Bullets, and this is my latest time-sinky obsession. If you care at all about the story, basically, I don't really fully understand it. From what I can tell, you're trying to get into the mainframe of this security system at what I think is a mall, because the security system is, I think, killing patrons. I usually skip over the opening, like, dialogue bits because I don't care. But, it's not clear to me if what happens on the screen is actually supposed to really be happening, or if you're some kind of hacker and it's some kind of VR thing, but anyway, we're just gonna jump into it. Sorry to keep you all waiting. subscriptions. Okay, it's not a mall. I don't know why I thought it was a mall. Okay. And it begins. Just let me know how everything looks while I'm playing. Let me know if there are, like, any packet drops or any serious frame rate hits. Okay, so this is the game. It's a very, very... I guess you'd call it retro, but very simplistic art style. It's made with the Unity engine, of course. High-rise hunting grounds. Credit cards not accepted. Okay. So, you start off with this revolver. And the way this game works is instead of being hit scan, the bullets themselves are actually large physical projectiles. And you start off with 6, and if you fire them, you'll see they bounce off of walls, and they fall to the ground, and you actually have to physically collect your bullets. You can see them down there, kind of bouncing around and plonking around. You have to actually run over and physically collect them. And that's how you keep a hold of your ammo. You don't have to continually find or purchase new ammo. And here's the other fun thing. To reload, you have to physically manually reload each individual bullet. So if I press R, that's 1 bullet. R, 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 that's all 6 bullets. You don't just press R and then there's some pre-baked animation that puts all your bullets back in the chamber for you. So there's that. You can see there are 2 ammo counters on the bottom right there. The top one is for bullets. The bottom one is for bombs. I'll probably demonstrate bombs later, but if you hold down Shift, I think it adjusts the velocity of the bomb as you throw it. This is an item. You'll find randomly placed items around the game too. This is a speed pill, so if I use this item, it'll make me run faster. I'm just going to get rid of it because I don't usually care about that kind of stuff. And then, yeah, you can throw bombs at different distances and deal with things. This is a bank. You'll find banks and a couple of different vending machines throughout, too, and you can do things. Let me see. I still have an antidote in storage. There are enemies in this game that will poison you, which will cause your health to tick down, and I'm just going to withdraw it so it's out of my storage. But I'm not going to worry about holding on to an antidote right now. Let's see. Shop. There's a couple of different things here. Last will and life insurance, I think, are just a variation on a theme of being able to hold on to items and money from your most recent playthrough. I usually don't bother with those. Usually, the only thing I bother with as far as banking... Oh, I have $14 apparently. Oh, no. I don't know. Like I said, I don't normally bother with banking too much. I might sell an item. You'll find, like, an ore chunk around the game here and there, and that'll actually fetch you about $35, which will be represented in gold coins, and you can use that to buy useful items from vending machines. Where was I going? But anyway, we're going to actually get into things, so we're going to walk. And... So that little... These little black Pac-Man things are basically the cannon fodder of this game. They're the most frequently seen. They're the ones that you'll most commonly run into. What you hear firing off back there is a gun turret. And you can't just shoot at gun turrets. There's a power... there's like a power pack or something that they're plugged into, and you can shoot that to take them out. And depending on where it's placed, that can be easier said than done. What are you? Speed pill again. Oh, that was a snake. Snakes can also be frustrating sometimes if you're not paying attention. There we go. And I'm playing a little bit sloppy right now because I'm trying to like explain the game and play it at the same time, which is not a strong suit of mine. So I might be getting my ass kicked this time around, but hopefully that'll still be enjoyable for everybody. Generally speaking, on a good day, I might make it to level 6 in this game. I've made it to level 8, I think, once. Moving on. Alright, what do we got here? Okay, a red potion. For some reason, the bullet store also sells red potions sometimes. Oh, I don't have enough money. But red potions will restore 1 full heart, as you can see down in the bottom left. You'll also find, like, gold potions that will restore you to full health no matter how dead you are. And yeah. Let's see, can I afford even a heal yet? I am. It's going to cost me most of my money, but it'll get me back to fighting shape. And what are you? Oh, look, see? That's the aforementioned small ore. I've only ever found, like... I think I've only ever found, like, a full-sized ore chunk. I don't know what a small ore is gonna... And there's a snake in there. I can see it this time, so I'm gonna deal with that. And each time you kill an enemy, they'll drop coins. And you can use those coins to buy things. If you wish. But a lot of times you'll find stuff just lying around. And like I said, if you're not paying attention, the snakes can get annoying. One thing I learned, it took me a couple of times, but I learned is that you can listen for snakes, because if you get close enough, they'll make a little like warning noise, and then you can kind of look for them and deal with them as they come. I'm actually really kind of curious to know who my second viewer is, because I was expecting one, and I know who that is, but I don't know who the second one is. That might be me, actually. I don't know how all that works. Because I've got my screen open on my desktop. Oh, is that right? Okay, let me see if I can adjust the audio. I don't know if it'll work. If it'll work if I do it in-game, or if I'll have to do it through the OBS application. I'll try it through the OBS application first. Alright, how's that? Is that still too loud? I might have to turn the in-game audio down, but I think the in-game audio is down almost as low as it'll go. I'll just try that. I'll just keep... Let's see, settings. Let's see, master volume, global volume. That's gonna make it really quiet. Alright, how's that? Am I audible now? Is that a little bit better, or do I need to keep going? Okay. We'll just roll with it for now. We'll see where it takes us. Let's see, so we've seen turrets so far, we've seen the evil Pac-Man. Where are you? Oh, there you are. There we go. Doing the dance, doing the dance. Sometimes the turrets can be frustrating. We'll get into the different types of turrets we run into later. But they can, even the standard turrets can be frustrating because that power box you have to shoot is sometimes kind of out of the way. But yeah, that's level 1 done. Level 1 is usually not that interesting. When we start seeing different varying enemies, things will get a little bit spicier. I'll do my best to keep the salt level down, but I make no promises. I'm a salty shitbag sometimes. I can't believe I dodged that. I'm like Neo. Yeah, I don't care. Okay, I got $61. What I'd like to do once I get to an ammo store, the ammo store, I guess it's more like just a general supply store, but it sells backpacks, and this one doesn't have one. But backpacks let you carry more than one item, as it stands. Oh yeah, I got the small ore, and there's a bank back there. 20 bucks. Yippee. Oh yeah, it's all the way back here. As it stands, I can only carry one item in my inventory at a time. A backpack lets me carry 2. And that's not counting items you can stack, like potions and bombs and mines and stuff. I hear it. It's around here somewhere. It's back here. There's a stray coin around here somewhere, and I cannot find it. It's over to my right. I can hear it. There it is. Cool. Oh yeah, that's another thing. There's friendly fire among the enemies, so if occasionally an enemy will unwittingly pull a "Watch out, Mr. President" in front of the turrets and get their stupid asses killed. Let's see. I'm gonna buy a silver life. This basically means if I get shot, it'll deal with the silver life before it gets into my proper, I spent way too much money on that, but it'll eliminate the silver life before it gets into my actual health. Oh look, a red potion. But I don't have a backpack, so I can't carry the silver life and the red potion at the same time yet. That's usually my first priority as far as items, is just trying to see if I can find a backpack. Because I don't have a crazy in-depth strategy, but one thing I do like to do is carry around some special items and some health items at the same time, and that's impossible. I see a snake. There might be a turret in here. This game makes me want to, like, run and gun, but experience has taught me that run and gun, the game will punish you for it, because you have to make precise shots a lot of the time. Oh, I've got 2 key cards, that's right. So you find key cards, you can open these pink doors. And that'll sometimes get you some cool stuff. This looks like a bomb vest. I don't care. There it is, see? And now my silver life is gone. Thankfully, that snake didn't poison me. Sometimes the snakes poison you, and then your hearts will turn blue. That's a spider. And the fun thing about these guys is that they can close their legs around themselves, and that basically acts as a shield. And there's another pink door. I have 1 key card, and that's probably a bullet magnet. Oh, it's a coin magnet. There are coin magnets, there are bullet magnets. Pretty self-explanatory. I generally don't bother with those. I don't... You see how I just stood there and all the coins that dropped off of those guys came to me immediately? Oh, damn. Oh, well. Coin magnet, gold potion, repellents. I feel like I'm having an easier time dealing with the turrets now that I'm streaming. I think the pressure to perform is actually improving my accuracy. And that's a gold potion. Like I said, if you're on the edge of death, a gold potion is a sight for sore eyes, but I have half a heart missing, so good. And on to level 3. So, if you're watching and you care to pipe in, what do you think of the game so far? Is this the type of thing you'd actually like to play? Because I can see people finding it just monotonous from the off. I don't know what it is about these things, but sometimes they're just addictive as hell to me. It's pretty cheap, too. It's actually, like, I think it came out in 2014, and it wasn't crazy expensive to begin with. Okay, this is a max life up. I can't afford it, but yeah, you buy one of those, you get another heart. It wasn't crazy expensive to begin with. It's pretty low budget, as you can tell. There's half my health gone. That's what I get for being cocky. Oh, yep, standing out in the open, that's smart. Oh, I heard a snake. And they just keep coming. Yeah, see, I'm almost dead now. There we go. I cannot talk and play at the same time. This is a disaster. Okay, I think there was a health station back here, so I'm just gonna quickly... Yeah, okay. I think that's more cost effective than just buying 2 heals. I didn't really look at the numbers or do the math. Yeah, the graphics are neat. I would say so. Yeah, like I said, I don't know what it is about these games, but I kind of just get hooked on them until I get sick of them. Like, I was stuck on Immortal Redneck for the longest time. Until, like I said, like, I made it to, like, the second pyramid in that game, and, you know, every time I would pick up a scroll that made it so I could only carry one weapon, I just wanted to kill myself. Nothing back here. Is there a backpack in here? Yes. I think it was like a week tops. Didn't expect him to sidestep like that. Alright, I hear... I guess they're like hornets or wasps. We'll just call them that. Oh, that's a bomb bug. Where are you? There. So that pink thing you just saw running at us was a bomb bug. They basically kamikaze toward you. And they're pretty devastating if they get the drop on you. But like I said, because of the friendly fire among the enemies, if the stars align and you plant your shot properly, you can cause some collateral damage, which is just a joy to behold. Alright, let's see. Bullet mine. I'll worry about that crap later. Hello? I just lost a heart there because I let it get too close. What are you now? Teleporter? I don't care. I've never really understood how those things worked. I haven't really played around with them too much. Oh god. And I'm dead. I need a heal. But they're punishing me with the bomb bugs this time around. I don't know what it is. Oh, God. There we go. Doing the dance. I hear some bugs around here, but I don't see any bugs. I can hear it fluttering around. Aha! Oh, good. So, I'm gonna get rid of the coin magnet. I don't really care about that too much. I'm gonna heal up. And some silver life. And then we're gonna get the exit and move on to level 4. There are 8 levels in total, and every 4th level has a boss fight at the end. I have beaten the boss at level 4 multiple times. I think the one time I made it to the end of level 8, I got destroyed as soon as I walked in the door. Oh, these guys are fun. So these guys, they'll charge at you, and they're only vulnerable to attack from behind unless you have some kind of explosive. Actually, that would have been a good time to demonstrate the bombs. Oh yeah, those are extra bullets. So you can see I got 3 bullets in reserve right now. Which is pretty cool. Got a key card there. I know I heard a snake. Oh. Yeah, those are flying turrets. Those things are fun. Oh, God. Those things are a pain in the ass to hit sometimes, gotta say. And I don't have enough to buy another one. But I got another key card. I don't know if I saw any doors around here yet. Any pink doors, I guess. So, I know a personal friend of mine is watching this right now, and I'm curious, when you streamed in the past with OBS, did it count you as a viewer because you had the YouTube page open? Oh, God. Oh, God. It's happening. It's all happening. Oh, God. And I'm almost dead again. Get all these coins. And that's about all I can do. Alright, what do we got here? Homing bomb. That it is. That it is. I'm learning that right now. So that, I think, was one of the rapid fire turrets. There are like 3 different turrets. You got your standard one. This is one of the rapid fire ones. The standard one and the rapid fire one, they give you like a second, they have a second warm-up time, which gives you some time to contemplate like moving back and dealing with other things before you deal with them. And then there's the other type, the third type, that is just frustrating beyond belief because there's no startup time, and sometimes, I swear to God, it seems like it gets a shot off on you before it even finishes turning around. Probably my least favorite part of this game is those ones. Yep. Sorry guys, gonna have to take a quick break. What? Sure. Mom's on the phone. She wants to talk to you something about videotaping the wedding. Hello? Hey? Alright, sorry about that. I had some family matters to attend to. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Oh, he almost got me. And back into the thick of things. Hopefully I won't have any more interruptions, but I don't make any promises. Could be worse. I could actually have a child to attend to. That is one thing, if you're not studious about reloading, then that can get you in some big trouble. If you get backed into a corner. Oh, look, a pink door. And I've got 2 of these key cards. Alright, so this is a reloader, I think. Oh, no, it's a throw glove. I have no clue what the throw glove does. I've never tried it. I don't care. But yeah, I thought that was a reloader. If you have some bullets in reserve, it'll automatically reload your chamber with those bullets, which will lighten things up as far as that all goes, but okay. Okay, there we go. That guy, this turret right here throws mega bombs, I think, and mega bombs are like normal bombs on steroids. They just kill everything. I'm not 100% sure, but I think if I had gotten hit by that, I would have immediately died. Do I really want to spend more money on a heal, or do I want to keep going with basically half of my health? I do have the boss fight coming up. I don't have enough money to buy any potions to, like, stave off death at that point, so I'm gonna have to hope. I'm gonna have to hope that things go in my favor. I got 43. I have enough for a heal. I'll get another silver life. It could work. It could come in handy. Oh, look, more bullets. Okay, what are you? Oh, these are running shoes. Running shoes are basically the same as a speed pill, except they passively make you run faster, as opposed to the speed pills, which you have to actively use them, and then I think then it only temporarily speeds you up. Oh, God. Punks. I can't believe I missed. There we go. I don't have any key cards, so I can't look in there. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I don't care about running shoes. Running faster generally doesn't help you all that much in this game. At least not in my experience. Oh, God. Did you see that? Did you see how quickly that hit me and took away a bunch of my health? Or half of my health? Half a heart? I'm so flustered I can't even talk straight right now. But yeah, this is the room that leads to the boss of this level, and I have essentially half my health. So, I'm in a little bit of trouble. Alright, now I'm back to almost full. And even then, I don't have much confidence, but here we go. Oh, God. There we go. Woo. That was fun. I don't know if you guys can hear the victory music, but at the end of this fight, there's some victory music that I love that I can barely hear right now, and that makes me very sad. But now I'm going to enter level 5 with 1 heart. Oh, no frame drop? That's good to hear. That makes me very happy. I'm really glad I switched away from CenturyLink. I don't know if it's different in other parts of the world, but... or if it was just the package we bought, but, when I had CenturyLink, it was pretty bad as far as just speeds are concerned. Upload speeds and download speeds. Trying to download anything with CenturyLink was just an exercise in frustration. Best case scenario, it would take absolutely forever. And I've got Comcast now. We got a good deal on it. Say what you want about Comcast, but, you know, I can stream now. What do we got here? You talking about CenturyLink, Crazy Loon? Yeah, okay. Ooh. Yeah, one of those guys throws bombs. I'm not so sure about this. No! Oh, I'm dead. I got nervous and I couldn't make my shots. That makes me sad. Alright. Well, I could keep going. Part of me kind of wants to, but part of me kind of feels like I kind of did what I wanted to today. Just to do a quick test to see how the streaming all worked out. Based on feedback I've gotten, it looks like it was a pretty rousing success. But, I actually do have some other stuff to be getting to, so I think I'm going to call it a day for now. But, yeah, that was a little taster of Heavy Bullets. I know you said you at least enjoy the art style, which is something at least. But, yeah, I had fun. It looks like you had fun, so, maybe I'll try this again at some other time with some different games. Something a little more involved than Heavy Bullets or something like it. But yeah, thanks for watching.